Today, I'll be reviewing a pretty impressive and quite an unusual laptop. Now, this laptop actually has dual screen and it is a laptop from ASUS. It is actually the first time I'm using a laptop from ASUS, and I must say, I'm quite impressed with what ASUS has to offer in terms of their laptop. But before I proceed to talk about my review of this laptop, if this is your first time on the channel, first of all, my name is Ty, and this is Titus Space. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell icon down below so you get notified when I release new video. Also, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button as well. We really appreciate it so you can recommend and suggest these videos to other people on YouTube. All right, without further ado, let me go right into the review of this laptop. Today, I'll be talking about the ASUS Zenbook Pro Duo. Now, in order for me to choose this laptop, there were certain criteria that the laptop needed to have met. Now, I'm actually looking for a laptop that can actually meet three criteria for me. First of all, I need a laptop that is no more than 4,000 Canadian dollar. That's my budget and my price point. I also needed something that's quite powerful enough to be able to help me with editing 4K videos, which I do on Adobe Premiere. I do also use Photoshop as well. And all of this is all done in 4K, so it's quite imperative for it to be powerful enough to be able to take care of all of that workload. I also need something that's versatile and portable enough for me to be able to carry around with me. I do provide a lot of IT services to various businesses. I do IT audits, risk management, governance, security, all that kind of stuff. So I need a laptop that's versatile and portable that I can carry with me to the client's site to be able to do assessment. In order to be able to make sure that the laptop meets all this requirement, I did end up trying out a couple of laptops. I started out with the Microsoft Laptop Studio. Then I did try out the MacBook Pro with the M1 chip. Then I tried the Razer Blade 14. Make sure to check my other videos to see my review of those laptops in those videos. All right, now I'm going to try out the ASUS Zenbook Pro Duo, and it's been over a month now using this laptop. I must say I'm quite blown away and I'm quite impressed with this laptop. In fact, I think this laptop is probably one of the best laptops I've ever used, hands down. All right, let's talk about the technical specification of this laptop for a bit. Starting out with the price point. This laptop is about 3,549 Canadian dollar, and it comes in the Celestial Blue. This laptop is equipped with the Intel i9 11th gen processor. That is the 11900H processor with the 8-core and 16-thread. It has a base speed of 2.5 gigahertz and can be turbo boosted all the way up to 4.5 gigahertz. Now that's a lot of power. Now this laptop is equipped with 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, as well as the 3060 NVIDIA graphics card. Now this graphics card has a base speed of 1.76 gigahertz, and it has the 6 gig of VRAM. You could also get this in the 3070 or the 3080 configuration, but it will cost you a little bit more money. But the 3060 is actually a fantastic graphics card, and I think it's more than sufficient enough. This laptop is also equipped with the wireless card. It is the 802.11ax, which is Wi-Fi 6, which gives it plenty of speed when it comes to wireless connectivity. It is also equipped with the Bluetooth 5.0, that is giving you that Bluetooth low energy. On the storage front, this laptop is actually equipped with the 1TB M.2 PCIe SSD storage. Moving away from the internal specs onto the external specs of this laptop is actually equipped with dual display, with the main display being the 15.6 OLED display with the 1920 by 1080p resolution. It has a secondary 14-inch display with a 1920 by 550 resolution. Now ASUS calls this the ScreenPad Plus. This screen is located right above the keyboard and occupies about 50% of the total base real estate. Moving on to the sides of this laptop. To the left hand side of the laptop, there is the DC in, which is the port to charge the laptop. And then you have the HDMI 2.1 port for your external display, of course, and a 3.5mm audio jack for those of you that still use the headphones with the audio jack. Over to the right side of the laptop, we have two Thunderbolt 4 USB-C ports, as well as one USB 3.2 Gen 2 Type A port. At the top center of the main display is the IR HD camera. Now this camera helps with facial ID login using Windows Hello, and I've used it for a while and it's actually a fantastic login process. This laptop is equipped with the Harman Kardon inbuilt speakers, which provides a fantastic and deep, rich bass sound. In terms of specification, this laptop is rated for the MIL-STD 810G military standard for resilience, strength, and durability. I'm not sure what that means because this is something that's used in the military environment and they're deciding to use it on the commercial product. So basically what that means is that this laptop is supposed to be very durable and very rugged. Now this laptop is actually packed to the gill with accessories. It comes with an ASUS stylus, a palm rest, a backpack, and even a stand. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about my thoughts and my impression with this laptop over the past 1 month. Starting out with the fact that this laptop is actually very powerful. I find out that this laptop does amazingly well when it comes to exporting 4K videos. I find that I'm able to export videos and still be able to use the laptop, unlike the Razer Blade 14 where exporting videos made the laptop completely useless. I find out that this laptop is actually able to properly utilize the CPU power. So when it's not under use, it runs at the base speed of 2.5, and once it needs the power and the utilization goes up, it turbo boosts the processor all the way up to 4.5, gets the job done, and drops the speed back down to 2.5. Now it's quite important for it to drop the speed back down because that is very important in terms of power saving. Another really cool thing I really love about this laptop is that dual display. Initially, I thought it was kind of a little bit of a gimmick and I thought it was something that would wear off with time. But I find myself loving this dual display more and more each day as I found myself using it more and more. When I'm using it in a dock mode, I am able to use that display to monitor the computer processes using the task manager. So I'm able to look at all of the CPU, the GPU, and the way they are all functioning and performing. I am also able to put my Spotify app there as well to control the music I'm currently listening to. I also occasionally put my smart home dashboard on there so I can actually control things around my house on there too. You can also find optimized apps for this screen in the ASUS store, which I find very useful. When I'm not using it in the dock mode and I'm using it in bed or as a laptop, I find out that I'm able to actually use that display for multi-use cases. So I can be watching a YouTube video on the bottom half of the screen and then I am doing something else on the main display. I really hate the fact that the ScreenPad Plus cannot be independently adjusted and is limited to that 9.7 degrees. And I would love to see a laptop where I can actually independently tilt that screen so it gives me a better viewing angle. Moving on to the battery life of this laptop. Now, it has a decent battery life. This battery life isn't as great as the MacBook Pro, but it isn't as bad as the Razer Blade 14 either. I'm able to get up to 8 hours of battery life on this laptop with moderate use. And I'm pretty sure if I were to optimize it a little bit more and lower my usage, I probably can get more out of it. I can't complain too much about the battery life considering the fact that this thing is stacked with dual display that are touch screen. Another nifty trick about this laptop is that the trackpad also doubles up as a numpad. You can actually convert the trackpad into a numpad by pushing a button that actually illuminates all of the number keys, and then you can actually use it for numbers. Or you can actually use it to draw with another button as well. So I love the fact that this trackpad is multi-functional and very versatile. However, I really hate the positioning of this trackpad. It is quite unconventional and it takes a little bit of getting used to. I occasionally find myself, reflexly or subconsciously putting my finger on the center of the keyboard, only for me to remember that the trackpad is all the way on the right side. By default, I'm used to having the trackpad always be at the bottom center of the laptop. Another nifty trick of this laptop is the multi-mode that this laptop comes with. Now, this laptop, just like a car, I don't know if for those of you that actually have cars that have multi-mode, so you can actually switch between sport mode, economy mode, or regular driving mode. This laptop has that kind of feature as well. With the push of a button, you can switch it between performance mode, whisper mode, or balance mode. Now this feature comes in very handy, especially when you're trying to record a video. I found out that it was very annoying when I'm trying to record a video and the fan of the laptop just constantly goes on and off and you can't even control when it does that, and invariably ruins the quality of the recording. The fact that I can switch it to whisper mode when I'm recording, or performance mode when I need the best out of the laptop, or a balance mode when I'm just doing casual day-to-day uses. I really love that this laptop has that, and it actually works quite well in that mode. There are a few downsides to this laptop, starting out with the amount of heat this laptop generates. Now this laptop generates tremendous amount of heat, but it doesn't really bother me. It actually got brought to my attention by my wife when I was using this laptop in bed, and she started asking me if I had the space heater on, and I had to check around me. I'm like, nope, I do not have the space heater on. Apparently the laptop was blowing a significant amount of heat off the vents on the side towards that direction, enough that it was actually generating a lot of heat that you would get from a space heater. I guess it's safe to say that the venting system of the laptop is actually doing its job, because it blows it out sideways and I don't really feel that heat on my legs when I'm actually using it, except for whoever is next to you at that time. But I guess it is doing its job and I can't complain too much about that. I mean, it would be impressive to see a laptop that can be as effective and efficient in cooling as the MacBook Pro, and I still think that a lot of laptop manufacturers haven't gotten the trick of how Apple is able to get this done. Another inconvenience with this laptop is the keyboard. The ScreenPad Plus screen actually comes with a compromise. It has actually taken about 50% of the total real estate, which means that the palm rest gets eliminated. I didn't realize how important the palm rest was or is to a laptop until I had to use a laptop without one. Although ASUS provided a palm rest as an add-on which can be used. However, it can be a problem if you need to use it on an uneven surface, especially like when I'm in bed and I'm trying to get some work done. It gets really uncomfortable trying to raise my wrist up while I'm using the laptop or the keyboard. But thankfully, the laptop comes with a stylus and all the screens are touch screens, so I'm able to revert to using the touch screen in most situations and only use the keyboard as a last resort. Overall, I'll say this laptop is actually a fantastic and well-rounded laptop, and I'm quite impressed with the quality of this laptop. I've never actually looked into ASUS laptops, but this being my first ASUS laptop and me being blown out of the water with the performance of this laptop, as well as the accessories, the price point, and the features of this laptop, I think I'm curious to see what other laptops ASUS has on their sleeve. ASUS has a newer version of this laptop. It's the ASUS 14X OLED, and it's slated to come out at some point in March. I'm really excited to get my hands on this laptop and to see if they can improve on some of the downsides of this laptop. I am very optimistic about this laptop and I'm super excited to get my hands on it. I think this laptop, you can't go wrong with it if you choose this laptop in terms of productivity and performance. It is hands down the best so far of all the 4 laptops I've compared. Well, besides the MacBook. The MacBook is in its own league. But in terms of Windows laptop, I think this is definitely a top contender when it comes to Windows laptop that can match up to the MacBook. Thank you so much for joining me today on this video, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to leave a comment down in the comment section. Have you used this laptop before? Are you enjoying it? What are your thoughts? What are your experiences? Do you have other laptops you think would be better than this laptop? I'm really excited to see it. Let's have a conversation down in the comment section. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.